So this is a US-based company which is expecting to receive uh, INR 10 million in 6 months' time from its Indian operation. So this is a US-based company who has exported goods to India, or the Indian company has imported goods from America. The company is concerned that the value of Indian rupee may depreciate, okay, against the US dollar by the time the payment is received. This is a normal concern because when you are in America, when you export goods to India, the Indian currency normally depreciates, so they lose, they make some kind of a loss on account of exchange currency fluctuation. So the current spot rate is one USD is 83 INR, and 6 months forward rate is 85. So forward rate is saying that after 6 months, the rate will go up to 85. So in this case, the US company is going to lose money from the current rate. Okay. So explain how the company can hedge the currency risk using a forward contract. Okay. This is pretty straight. Hai? Calculate the USD amount the company will receive if it hedges using the forward contract. Assume that in 6 months the actual spot rate is one US dollar is 88. Okay. Forward में 85 का मिल रहा है, but the spot rate which is expected or which materializes 88. How much would the company have received if it had not hedged? Number one, compare the outcomes of hedging versus not hedging. Okay, so the company can enter into a 6 months forward contract to sell INR 10 million at the forward rate of 85. So that means they'll go to the bank and sell the 10 million Indian rupees in the forward market at the 85, which is the rate which is there at the time, forward rate. Okay, this locks the exchange rate, ensuring that the company. हाँ ये मुझे वापस कर देना जब जाएंगे ये ओके और पढ़ा दे अभी जस्ट कीप इट योर this locks in the exchange rate, ensuring that the company knows exactly how much USD it will receive in 6 months' time, regardless of the exchange rate fluctuations. Okay, because they'll go and take a forward contract so that they are sure that they're going to get 85 rupees per dollar. Okay, so the amount in INR is this much. Forward rate is 85. So what we'll do, we are going to divide this amount by 85. So this will the amount of dollars they are going to get, isn't it? Because the quote is an indirect quote. In this case, quote is $1 is equal to 85 rupees. Now, since we have to convert the rupee into dollars, so we are going to just divide it because we need the quote has to be changed. So either change the quote and then multiply, or you can just divide, you will get the answer. Okay. Is that okay? So they are going to get 1,17,647. Is that okay? अगर कोड दिया होता है ₹1 is equal to so many dollars, you simply multiply and get it. But here the quote was $1 is equal to so many rupees. Okay, so you have to make a division to get the answer. Is that okay? Is it clear? Now the spot rate in 6 months' time is 88. Fine. If they have not taken a hedge, they would have got how much? This amount divided by 88. So that means they would have got 1,13,636. So if you compare the two with hedge and without hedge, so clearly it is a hedge which is giving you more money in terms of dollars because the Indian currency has depreciated in the time. The spot rate was 88 against 85. So they are actually making a $4,000 more than what they would have, if they hedged themselves. Is that clear? Simple example, okay? So by using a forward contract, the company avoids the risk of INR depreciation and secures an additional dollars compared to relying on the spot rate. So in this case, they actually gained. Okay, fine. This illustrates the effectiveness of the forward contract in mitigating the exchange risk. Is that clear? Simple. Now, there's one more simple example, and then I'll just go a little tougher. So suppose these rates are given. Okay. Suppose these rates are given. So what would be your, this thing? Should he hedge his forex exposure or leave it unhedged? Vishaka, you have to answer it. First, you have to answer. If not, then Harsh is going to answer. And if Harsh is not able to answer, then Arun. Arun. Arun is going to answer. This order. पहले आपको chance है. Very simple. Just look at the rates. is the simplest question. And if somebody else wants to answer, just raise your hand. How many people know what is the answer? I mean, without answering it. देखो इस कोर्स में सब कुछ दिया हुआ है. This is the rate at the time. This is not at all required because you are going to import the good after how much time? 6 months. So you should look at the 6 months forward rate and the expected spot rate. Look at that. Now move your import. What rate is applicable to you? Bid or ask? Bid or ask? Just raise your hand if you know. अगर आप import हो तो कौन सा rate आपके लिए applicable है? Ask. Ask. Ask is importer and bid is for exporter. If you are going to get money from outside, you are going to surrender that and convert it to Indian rupees. But if you are going to pay somebody outside, then you have to ask it. And ask is always higher than the bid. Always remember that. So अभी इसमें ask rate कितना है? अगर forward लेता है, तो इसका मतलब इतने पैसे खर्च होंगे. अगर वो नहीं लेता, तो उसके इतने पैसे खर्च होते. तो tell me where is spending more? अब तो आंसर आसान. नहीं, स्पॉट में ज्यादा है ना, तो क्या लेना चाहिए? फॉरवर्ड लेना. फॉरवर्ड कवर सिंपल. सो यू शुड गो फॉर द फॉरवर्ड कवर. सो हाँ जी, हाँ should he hedge? Yeah, he should hedge because the forward rate is lower than the expected spot rate. Fine. Now, normally what you'll do, you will, no, many companies, there is a department there in a corporate cell. They are just forecasting the rates. Okay, treasury department जो है वो आपको forecast करते हैं. It is done for so many purposes. It's for making your annual plan, budgets, and for whether you will be importing or exporting or whatever. So they give you a complete picture about how the rates are going to pan out. So you rely on various experts advices. Now of course you can go to AI and always ask and put the data and say that which way the currency is heading. It'll give you a month-wise expected rates also. Okay, or go for a technical analysis. Look at the charts. Okay, look the MACD, look at the ADX, and I mean you can predict the rates of those currencies. Okay, so here it says that you're going to option 1 is hedged and option 2 is unhedged. So your option 1 is better. But you just simply multiply the money with 3,64,000 with the exchange rate, you will get this number. So this is a simple one. Okay, now just look at this. So this question we did it in the morning. Okay, and just read this question. Who is going to Arsh? You just read out.
An Australian exporter will be receiving $5 million in 1 year's time. What rate today is 1 year forward margin is 50. What will be the Australian dollar proceeds hedged? At the end of the year, what rate is what would be the Australian dollar proceeds unhedged? The exporter will be better off hedged or unhedged.
Okay, so these rates are given to you. Okay, now maybe a similar question may come in your exam also. Okay, and the exam question paper will be all Excel sheet. Okay, fine. So it will be an Excel sheet. So you have to answer your questions in an Excel sheet by, putting. You can even write something. You know how to write on an Excel sheet? वो टेक्स्ट, हाँ, इंसर्ट टेक्स्ट करके आप लिख सकते हैं उसके अंदर. तो अगर आपको कहीं लिखना है तो उसमें भी लिख सकते हैं. यू कैन सॉल्व न्यूमेरिकल्स आल्सो यूजिंग फॉर्मूलाज एंड एवरीथिंग. Okay, so first, now tell me the Australian dollar is depreciating against the American dollar or other way around? It's depreciating. How do you know that? Yeah, the bid, the 1 year forward margin. Look at the 1 year forward margin. It is 50.45. If it is 50.45, that means the Australian dollar is depreciating. Okay, so if it is 45.50, then the Australian dollar is appreciating against this. So that's the sign which we did in the morning. Okay, fine. So now, what will be the Australian dollar proceed if it is hedged? Let's say that it is hedged. So we'll calculate the rate, forward rate, by minusing this thing. So if it is plus, like if it was 55, we just add. Otherwise, we are going to minus and arrive at the rate of 1 Australian dollar in terms of US dollars. ये रेट आ गया, सुबह हमने कर लिया था. Okay, now you have got the rate of 1 Australian dollar is equal to so many US dollars. But आपको कितना रिसीव करना है 5 lakh dollars. But this is in actually the quote is in Australian dollars. But आपको तो डॉलर कोट चाहिए था, इसका रेसिप्रोकल चाहिए था. That means $1 is equal to so many Australian dollars. But this quote is given in a reverse order. So first reverse the code. Okay. तो आपने इसको कोड को आपने रिवर्स कर दिया. You know how to do the reverse? Is it okay? That means 1 by the code and then transpose this thing. So bid will become ask will become. Okay. So then you multiply this money with, because $1 is so many Australian dollars, then you multiply the $5 lakh into Australian dollars. Okay. So you will get the Australian dollars amount. So that means this is the amount what she is going to get in terms of Australian dollars. Okay. Fine. Is this clear? पहले आपने क्या करा, आपने कोट को कैलकुलेट करा फॉरवर्ड रेट, and since the Australian dollar was trading at a discount or depreciating against the US dollar, you minus from the rates which were given. Okay. And then you reverse the quote. That means the quote was actually in Australian dollars, so you made it in dollar terms. Okay. So you made it $1 is equal to so many, because you are going to get $5 lakh, so you should have quote in terms of dollars. Okay. Fine. फिर आपने मल्टीप्लाई करा, ये आ गया. Now at the end of the year, the spot rate is this. So the rate is given. The rate is given. Only thing is that you have to just convert this into $1 terms. तो उसको आपने डॉलर टर्म्स में कन्वर्ट कर दिया रेसिप्रोकल करके और मल्टीप्लाई करा सेम. So you got 7,11,000. So the exporter is better off if hedged, because he is getting 7,11,000 here and he was getting how much? 7,60,000. So here you are getting more money in terms of Australian dollar when you were hedged, when you are taken a forward cover. When you are not taken a forward cover, you are getting only 7,11,000 US dollars. So he is going to.
Say from the very first slide,
हाँ
since the currency is going to depreciate.
हाँ वही है, absolutely, you got it right. So since the currency is going to depreciate, but actually क्या है कि depreciate तो हो रही है, but वो forward contract में भी आ रहा है, लेकिन spot और depreciate हो रहा है. दोनों केस में the forward rate is also showing a depreciation and a actual rate which has depreciated more. So just think about that. Though your observation was right, but you have to fine tune it that आपका forward rate भी depreciate बता रहा है और expected spot rate जो आया है rate हुआ actual हुआ वो भी depreciate हुआ है. Isn't it? Both are shown are depreciated rates. Fine. So that means the depreciation has exceeded than what the market was signaling. The banks, they calculated the forward rate. They thought that the Australian dollar is going to depreciate, but actually depreciated more than that. So this is an important learning which is going to apply in my next question, last question of this. Okay. हाँ, ये बड़ा important question है, जो आपका point है ये यहीं से आएगा. Just read this question. Everyone, pay attention to this question. Okay. $2.5 per pound. Okay. हाँ देखो, इसमें क्या था आपकी जब अगर आपका जो है फाइंड आउट द गेन लॉस टू यूके इफ द कैनेडियन डॉलर रेट डिक्लाइंस बाय 2%. अब डिक्लाइन कितना होना था? 3%, है ना? अच्छा एक सेकेंड हम देखते हैं. देखो दोनों का इंटरेस्ट रेट डिफरेंशियल कितना है? 3%. एनुअलाइज्ड है, बट ये 6 मंथ्स का है, इसका आधा कर दो. द अप्रोक्सीमेट 1.5% होना था. ठीक है. और जो फॉरवर्ड रेट है वो ट्रूली रिफ्लेक्ट्स द इंटरेस्ट रेट डिफरेंशियल. फाइन. 1.5% है, हुआ 2%, तो बेटर होता है कि आप फॉरवर्ड कर लेते, है ना? सो अगर हमें ये 2% है, डिक्लाइंस बाय 2%, दैट मींस यू शुड हैव गेन्ड इफ यू हैव टेकन अ फॉरवर्ड कवर. बट इफ द यूएस कैनेडियन डॉलर वुड हैव गेन्ड बाय 4%, तो आपको लॉस हो जाता, क्योंकि यू वर थिंकिंग दैट द कैनेडियन डॉलर इज गोइंग टू डेप्रिशिएट. एक्चुअली क्या हुआ? कैनेडियन डॉलर एप्रिशिएट हो गया और आपको ज्यादा पैसे मिलते. आपने तो फॉरवर्ड कवर लेके रख लिया 1.5% डेप्रिसिएशन में, सो यू विल बी लूजिंग हियर. So by just reading and understanding the quotes, you can answer it while we are even just on the question. Remains unchanged. अब बताओ remains unchanged में क्या होगा? लॉस है या फायदा है? फॉरवर्ड कवर ले लिया आपने, लॉस है. आपने तो 1.5% के लोअर पे ले लिया और करेंसी डेप्रिशिएट ही नहीं हुई. इज दैट ओके? फाइन. सो अब हम इसको देखते हैं. जो इंटरेस्ट रेट पैरिटी थ्योरी का फॉर्मूला है जो मैंने सुबह बताया था, विच इज द फॉरवर्ड रेट इज इक्वल टू स्पॉट रेट इनटू 1 प्लस इंटरेस्ट रेट ऑफ द होम कंट्री डिवाइडेड बाय द फॉरेन कंट्री। ओके, तो हम क्या करेंगे, रेट दिया नहीं हुआ और वो कह रहा है कि जो इंटरेस्ट रेट है वो प्ले ट्रूली इन द फॉरवर्ड मार्केट, दैट मीन्स फॉरवर्ड रेट आर गिविंग यू द एग्जैक्ट रेट एज पर द इंटरेस्ट रेट डिफरेंशियल। इफ यू गो टू द बैंक विल से इतना है, वो जब आप खुद कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं। तो हमें हम ऐसे करके रेट निकाल सकते हैं। ये दिया हुआ है वन, दिस इज द रेट एज 1 pound इज इक्वल टू सो मेनी डॉलर्स। ओके फाइन, इज दैट क्लियर? करेंसी दी हुई है कैनेडियन डॉलर 2.5 ऑब्लिक 1 ऑब्लिक पाउंड। इफ यू हाँ, होम कंट्री इज 1 pound इज इक्वल टू, इसमें जो कोड दिया हुआ है वो उल्टा दिया हुआ है। कोड आपको क्या दिया, 1 pound इतने बराबर है। So this is the currency of which direct quote of which country? कैनेडियन, कनाडा की में 1 pound इतने का मिल रहा है, बट आपको पैसा कितना आना है, पैसा तो कैनेडियन डॉलर में आना है, तो ये कोड को आपको ठीक करना भी पड़ेगा बाद में जाके जब सॉल्व करोगे, है। सो आपको कोड दिया हुआ है और दोनों का इंटरेस्ट रेट दिया हुआ है, तो आपने पहले क्या करना है, 1 pound का रेट निकालना है, 1.075 उसका आधा डिवाइडेड बाय इसका आधा, तो रेट आ गया ये वाला। इज दैट ओके? सो 6 months फॉरवर्ड रेट आ गया बाय यूजिंग द फॉर्मूला। इज इट क्लियर? Is it clear, everyone? So how do we calculate is, this rate is given to you. 1 pound is equal to so many Canadian dollars. But actually you are interested to know how much 1 pound, 1 Canadian dollar will cost for, you want the rate of 1 Canadian dollar in terms of pounds. आपको rate तो ही चाहिए था. But anyway, just ignore that at the moment. When we solve the question, we'll answer that. आपको दोनों का rate of interest दिया, ठीक है। वैसे तो आप कन्वर्ट करके ये फिर लगा सकते थे, लेकिन आपने इसको इसमें लिया, तो इसमें क्या है, दिस इज द करेंसी विच इज व्हाट, होम करेंसी। सो 15 ऊपर आ जाएगा, 12 नीचे आ जाएगा, ठीक है, इन दोनों का आधा। सो दिस इज द होम करेंसी। होम करेंसी इंटरेस्ट रेट कितना है, 15, और फॉरेन करेंसी कितना है, 12। तो सिंस 6 महीने का निकालना है, तो रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट हाफ ऑफ कर दिया। इज इट क्लियर? तो उसका 15% का आधा कितना हो गया, 7.5% डिवाइड बाय 100, जो पॉइंट्स में कन्वर्ट हो गया, और उसका जो है 6 है, तो 6 डिवाइड बाय 100 1.06 आ गया। तो वी आर जस्ट कन्वर्टिंग देम इनटू पॉइंट्स एंड देन मल्टीप्लाई एंड कैलकुलेट द फॉरवर्ड रेट। सो फॉरवर्ड रेट हैज बीन कैलकुलेटेड। इज दैट ओके? अगर हम ऐसे फॉर्मूला लगाएं तो भी डिफरेंट तरीके से कैलकुलेट करते, वही है, सेम ट्रिक। ओके, so that I have done there. You can just write the formula and write everything and you can do that. Okay, now you know that 1 pound is equal to so many Canadian dollars. So 1 Canadian dollar will be 1 divided by so many pounds. आपको तो रेट कैनेडियन डॉलर में चाहिए, तो इसका मतलब 1 कैनेडियन डॉलर विल बी 0.39448 pound. Is that okay? Of course, you can write up to 4 decimal places, but I've written up to 5. Doesn't matter. Okay. Now, first, this thing, gain or loss if the Canadian dollar spot rate declines by 2%. So, if the Canadian dollar declines by 2%, which means that the pound is going to appreciate by 2%. अगर कैनेडियन डॉलर 2% गिरता है, तो पाउंड 2% बढ़ता है. It's one the same thing. Okay. So you have how many this thing dollar? How many Canadian dollar? 5 lakh. So 5 lakh divided by 2.535 या मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 0.39 भी कर सकते हो, कुछ भी कर सकते हो, तो आपको कितना पैसा मिल रहा है पाउंड में? इफ यू टेक अ फॉरवर्ड कवर, यू आर गोइंग टू गेट 1,97,239 pound. So since you are going to get 5 lakh Canadian dollars, so you divide by 2.5 because the indirect quote is given. So you will arrive in terms of pounds. Or in my back slide, I also calculated 0.39. You can even multiply 5 lakh by 0.39. You will get the same answer. Okay, fine. Now the spot rate. Up spot rate kitna tha? This was the rate, and it has the pound has appreciated by 2%, isn't it? Because here he says that the Canadian dollar declined by 2%, pound is going to appreciate by 2%, so you just multiply by 1.05 to go to 2.55. Okay, and then you can just take 5 and divide by 2 points. That means you're going to get 1,96,000 pounds. So where you are getting more forward rate? क्योंकि यहाँ 2% appreciate हो गया, यहाँ 1.5% appreciate था forward rate में. So that means there is a gain due to the, so gain since forward rate assumed a decline of 1.5%. Actually it happened 2%. So Canadian dollar actually declined by 2% or the pound appreciated by 2%. So you know that the gain due to forward curve, this thing is this much. So this here it was gain, but बाकी दो सिनेरियो में क्या हुआ, लॉस हो जाएगा. Let's see. If the current spot rate gains by 4%, you were thinking the current dollar is going to depreciate, and you took a forward cover which was assuming 1.5% depreciation. So इस केस में क्या है, पहला तो सेम है, because you have taken a forward cover, so you're going to get 1,97,000 as amount in pounds. But if you have not taken the hedge, the Canadian dollar would have appreciated by 4%, okay, or the pound would have depreciated by 4%. So what we have done, we have taken the pound rate into 0.96, 4% depreciation built in. So it will come to 2.4. Divide by, so you get 2,08,000. So there is a loss due to forward cover will be 11,000 pounds. Is that okay? Now, this is when there was a Canadian dollar appreciated by 4%. But suppose it remains unchanged, still there will be a loss. So you will get the same amount to the forward contract. But here, there was no change. So the rate remained as 2.50. Okay. So you would have got 2 lakh pounds. So spot rate which was given to was 2.5 in the question. So it has not changed at all. So you would have got 2 lakh pounds. So now here also you're losing. Is that okay? Is that clear? Clear, hai? Or you can just go through the slides and understand later. Okay, so this completes your forward. So there are a lot of questions which which I will give you and you can just practice at home. Okay, so now we move to the last topic for the day, which is futures. Actually, futures and options should not be done on the same day, because then it confuses a lot of people. So it's good that we are doing only futures. Next time we are going to conclude by doing for options और futures इकट्ठे नहीं करना चाहिए. So currency futures, okay, fine. Now currency futures, that means you have to go to a stock exchange. Okay. Now when you take a forward cover from a bank, and if you are an importer, you're going to get dollars from the bank. But futures mein everything is cash settled. You don't get dollars. Dollar means you don't get euros, dollars, pounds, whatever. You don't get currency. Either you make a loss or you make a gain. That's all. Okay. If you want to hedge, you take a position in the stock market. Okay. If suppose the dollar appreciates, for example, if the dollar appreciates and you take a position, you go long on dollars, so you're going to make money there. But actual position may you're losing. So you make a profit from the stock exchange and a loss from your underlying position. So that gets mitigated and that gets squared off and you are hedged. Okay. Now, unfortunately, from 2nd of April this last year, the futures contracts have been banned in India for a while. Okay. Fine. Otherwise, I can take you to the stock exchange and show you how it happens. Okay. But I have captured all the screens. I'll show you. But first, I'm not going to show the screens. Okay. First, a simple this thing, and then I'll take you to the screen next time. Okay. Or if I just pull out, I'll show you the screens also. Because you know what happens is that in speculation बहुत ज़्यादा होती है. Like even the stock market, what they have done, they have made delivery, compulsory. If you don't, if you hold the position till the expiry. But here it was all cash settled. So they should have actually done the similar way in the stock market what they have done, and should have actually. हाँ लेकिन हाँ वो इसको भी चाहिए था ऐसा करना, but RBI has banned for the time. So they are still working out how they are going to again relaunch with, because 98%, 99% people are only speculators in the market. Okay. So currency futures offers a structured way of business investment. Just read this in your mind. Is it okay? Now they are standardized exchange traded contracts because everything is standardized. In forward markets, everything is customized. Here, it's all standardized, and we'll know how it is standardized when we just go through the example. Okay. So the markets are regulated. Currency futures in India are traded on recognized stock exchange like National Stock Exchange, Bombay Stock Exchange, and Metropolitan Stock Exchange. The market is regulated by SEBI and Reserve Bank of India. Okay. So now the available currency pairs are only 5. In the futures contract, of course, it is banned now, but before the ban came, there were only 5 currency pairs where you can take a position in the stock market. Okay, USD INR, Euro INR, Pound INR, Japanese Yen INR, and then there were cross currency pairs also like Euro USD, Pound USD, and USD Japanese. So these pairs were also available. Okay, so these were the only windows which are available. Fine. Now, lot size, standardized. So that means there's a first standard which is that the lot size is 1000 units, like dollars 1000. सिर्फ 1000 के मल्टीपल्स में ही आप you can take a position in the market. Suppose you have some amount in, not in multiples of 1000, either you will be over-hedged or you will be under-hedged. Okay. So only the Japanese currency is 1 lakh lot size, whereas all other like the currencies like euro, dollar, pound, they are all 1000. Okay. So monthly contracts expire 2 business days before the last working day of the expiry period. So that means there is an expiry period here, which happens 2 days prior to the close of the month. Okay, like suppose we are in the month of January. So normally, if this was allowed in India, it would actually on 30th of January the expiry will happen for the stock market, for the currency futures. Okay, fine. So whatever positions you have taken, they will get settled by the stock exchange automatically if you have not closed your position. पहले तो आप close कर सकते position, आपने close नहीं करी, तो automatically on 30th January the positions will get closed. So we'll understand everything through an example. Contracts are cash settled in Indian rupees. क्योंकि क्या है कि इंडियन रुपीज में कैश सेटल होता है, सो इट वाज much better because there are a lot of foreign apps which are settled in dollars or other currencies, so they were first banned by RBI because they were putting more pressure on the Indian reserves. But here everything is settled in Indian rupees. It doesn't make any difference to the government because the speculation in a currency, the currency rates can go up and down because 90% of the currency transactions are speculative in nature. Initial margin. So when you have to take a position, you have to pay some money. Okay, and that is called the initial margin. Traders must deposit an initial margin which is around 3 to 5% of the contract value to open a position. If you go to a stock exchange now, just to give an idea, when you go to the forward market or go to the futures market, so forward में अगर transaction जितनी हो रही है उसके 100 times multiplied futures market में हो रही थी. Okay, because in the forward market there will be only hedgers. In futures market there will be 99% speculators and 1% hedgers. So it is 1:100 की ratio है. So which means there is a better price discovery. The price in the futures market will be much better for exporters and importers because if the number of players go higher, then the rates they are more, they drop down to a level which is more real rates. Fine. अगर market में ज़्यादा, like a futures market is like wholesale market and forward is like a retail market. आप wholesale market में जाओगे तो आपको rate better मिलेगा because there are so many people interacting there. So it is good for the price discovery aspect because that's why all this thing was started in India, because in stocks also there is future and options, and the whole aim of the government was for a better price discovery. Mark to market. Now future contracts are mark to market, which means that every day if you are taken a position, either you will be losing or you will be gaining, and we'll soon understand. If you are making a gain, your account will get increased by that amount. If you are losing, your amount will get reduced from that amount. So you have deposited some money and you are on a daily basis, you are either gaining or losing. And you have to, if you are losing, you have to deposit immediately the money with the stock exchange. Apart from the margin, money will remain intact. Okay. So apart from that, if you're making money, you will get money in your account. But if you are losing, you have to immediately deposit that money. Okay. Next day, suppose you're making a gain and next day you lost. So it may reduce your profits, but if you have reduced more than the profits, then you have to deposit more money. So there will be a margin call from the stock exchange, depending upon what is the everyday position of USD versus INR. Suppose we are talking about USD INR. Then the leverage allows traders a larger positions with less capital, amplifying both profits and risk. Because here you are depositing only 3%, 3 to 5% money for taking a position. So you are having 20 times more, assuming it is 5%. So that means you can have an exposure 20 times more than what actually you have deposited. आपका leverage जो है, आपने सिर्फ 5 रुपए लगाया, you can play with a contract of 100 rupees. Okay, फाइन, इज दैट ओके? आपका लेवरेज बढ़ जाता है, आपने तो सिर्फ 5 रुपए दिए और आप 100 रुपए में खेल रहे हो, सो आपका 20 टाइम्स लेवरेज हो जाएगा. But leverage can make either amplify profits or amplify losses also. Both ways it can happen. So their participants are hedgers, speculators, and arbitragers. So we are just going price discovery and transparency. Future, just read this.
Trading facility facilitates better price discovery, reflecting market sentiment, expectation.
So this is what I explained because there are a larger number of people. So there's a price discovery. Okay, so ये मैंने कर दिया था. So this also I have explained. This I also explained. And this is the margin which I have explained in my first slide. Now, how the rates are settled, how the contracts are settled. The contracts are settled because the RBI is going to publish a rate every month end. Okay, every day it does. But जो last होगा, जो 2 दिन पहले एक्सपायरी के पहले जो रेट आएगा उस दिन आएगा, उस रेट पे आपका सेटलमेंट होगा. ओके, सो आरबीआई रेफरेंस रेट ऑन द डे ऑफ द फाइनल सेटलमेंट, जिस दिन फाइनल सेटलमेंट होना है उस दिन आरबीआई का रेट जो होगा दैट विल बी एप्लीकेबल. ओके, now let's understand this whole process through an example. Okay, नहीं, अब मैं इसलिए मैं चेंज करा कि जो रेट आरबीआई का होगा, जो फाइनल जिस दिन सेटलमेंट होना वो रेट एप्लीकेबल. 2 दिन पहले तो वो तक आपकी एक्सपायरी शुरू हो जाती है, उसके बाद आप यू कैन टेक पोजीशंस. Suppose now, just take out that thing from your mind at the moment, just focus here. Suppose now, example on hedging using the futures for importer. So you are an importer and you are using the stock exchange route to hedge your transaction. So XY is an importer. On 23rd February 2024, this is the last example which I made. After that, तो मैंने पढ़ाया नहीं था, उसका तो बंद ही हो गया. So now you can't go to the stock exchange to understand the rates. What happened? The rates are available. The market is still working, but it is working only for hedgers. So you have to take a permission from the stock exchange. If you have underlying position, the markets are not banning is only for the speculative trading. That means you should be either an importer and exporter. You can still go to the market, to the stock exchange and trade. Okay, but earlier this window was open for everyone. If you are already having a membership, you can just go through and look at what is happening in the market. अभी वो market आपके से blackout हो गई because you can't see them. Okay, fine, because it is available only for the hedgers. So on 28th of February 2024, XYZ Limited wishes to book its outward remittance for 28th March 2024 worth $1 lakh. Suppose this guy has to pay some money, $1 lakh, when on 28th of March 2024, and he opened up his online window on 28th of February. 28 फरवरी को उसने बोला चलो चल के हमें मार्च की ये पोजीशन लेता हूँ स्टॉक एक्सचेंज में. Because normally you will do it before the this thing, sometime 1 day or 10 day or 15 days before. So he was on 20th of February, he wanted to book his exposure. He wanted to take a forward cover or in the futures market. So on 28th of February 2024, dollar future is trading at this price. Now, in the stock market there are 12 months window which are open. हर महीने की विंडो ओपन है. फरवरी की भी है, जनवरी की भी है, मार्च की भी है, अप्रैल की है. फॉर नेक्स्ट 12 months their windows are open. So you have to go only into that window which is applicable to you. अब आपकी पेमेंट आने कब करनी है? मार्च में. तो आप मार्च की विंडो में जाएंगे. अदर विंडोज यू विल नॉट गो देयर. जिस महीने का आपने अपना इंपोर्ट को का पोजीशन लेनी है उस वाली विंडो में जाकर आप ट्रेड करेंगे. ओके, so on dollar future, now dollar future is trading at 83.0175 LT3. This is the last trading price. Because when you open the window, when you go and see, suppose you want to buy Reliance, so you will say that Reliance is today selling at 1250 rupees. तो वो जिसने लास्ट ट्रेडर आ बेचा था वो प्राइस आ गया आपके पास. ये डॉलर जो है इतने में मार्च एक्सपायरी 28 मार्च का ये रेट चल रहा है इस टाइम. ओके, अब जो स्पॉट प्राइस था 28 का, दैट वाज 82.90. ये स्पॉट प्राइस चल रहा था. ओके, इंटरबैंक मार्केट का जो रेट है वो ये चल रहा था. लेकिन फ्यूचर्स में डॉलर वाज सेलिंग हायर देन द स्पॉट रेट बिकॉज यू आर गोइंग टू take a position in the month of March. So there is an interest rate differential which also plays out in the futures market. So 83.0175 पे somebody has done a deal, either bought or sold dollars, expiring on 28th of March. Now, so now what you can do is you can place an order. Suppose because you want to actually buy dollars, isn't it? आपको डॉलर चाहिए, तो आप you will take a long position in dollars. Okay? You will take a एक्चुअली क्या होता है, जो पोजीशन आपकी रियल पोजीशन है उसकी ऑपोजिट पोजीशन लेनी पड़ती है इन द फ्यूचर्स मार्केट. नाउ यू आर एन इंपोर्टर, you are short in dollars, you don't have dollars with you, so you take a long position in this futures market. Okay, fine. Why? I'll just show you. So अब आपको रेट दिखाई देगा ये. अब आपने अपना चेक करा, आपको लगा रेट ठीक है, so you can put a limit order or a market order. Better is that you put a limit order. That means if you order at 83.0175, तो अगर ये रेट आपको मिल जाता है तो इसी रेट पे आपका डॉलर खरीद लेंगे. You will take a bet on dollar at this price. But if you think the dollar will go down because of your analysis, so you put a slightly lower rate and put a limit order. पूरे दिन में अगर रेट जैसे कम आएगा तो आपका ऑर्डर कैच हो जाएगा और उस पर वो एग्जीक्यूट हो जाएगा. अगर नहीं होगा तो ट्राई नेक्स्ट डे. Okay, fine. You can always keep trying and assuming, for keeping it simple, you thought this rate is okay. Okay, so now because the dollar is selling at certain rate in the month of March, and you saw the last trading price, some deal has happened at this price. Somebody has purchased, okay, dollar, and the rate was 83.0175. According to your analysis, you think this rate is good enough. Okay, so now you have two choices: either to buy the dollar at a market rate, that means whatever rate is available in the market, buy it, or you say that I want to buy at this rate only, put a limit order, so that when you get the dollar, it will be exactly at this rate and not a higher or lower rate. अगर आप मार्केट डाल दिए ना, आप गए मार्केट में चेक करा कि आम कितने के लेते हैं, 100 रुपए का, आपने स्टॉक भी 5 किलो आम, कहते हैं 105 रुपए चल रहे हैं, तो आपको 105 ही मिलेंगे, क्योंकि जो लास्ट रेट खरीदा था वो 100 रुपए था, अभी तो 105 का रेट हो गया, आपको वो स्टॉक नहीं मिलेगा ना, isn't it? तो आपने क्या है, लिमिट ऑर्डर प्लेस करा तो आपको ये रेट मिल जाएगा. अगर आपको लगता है कि डॉलर नीचे गिरेगा few basis point, so you can place the order at a lower price than this, okay, and wait for the dollar to come down. अब आपका ऑर्डर तो हैंग कर रहा है. Now at any given point of time, all the orders are in the system of the stock exchange. Okay, fine. So there are a lot of orders for buy and sell, and they are all in lots. अब एक लॉट $1000 का, तो आपको कितने लॉट लगेंगे, आप उतने ऑर्डर प्लेस कर लो बाई का, किसी ने सेल का भी कर लिया. सो ऑल दीज ऑर्डर्स आर इन पाइपलाइन इन द स्टॉक मार्केट. तो उसके सबसे बेस्ट 5 bid and ask rates are there given in the stock exchange. Okay, you can see that window. I'll just show you that window where you can know that how many people had bought at what price, they placed the order, and how many people are willing to sell the dollar at what price. So by looking at those 5 best buys and 5 best sells, you can make an assessment. And how many people are buying and how many people are selling in terms of lots. So you know which way the dollar is going to go. Okay. So by looking at that window, which I'm not showing at the moment, उस window से आपको पता चल जाता है कि is the dollar going to depreciate or not. So if you think that a lot of people are selling dollars by looking at that window, because it will give you the total number. Apart from that, it will give you the 5 best bids and 5 best asks. तो 5 आपके buyers और 5 sellers, उन्होंने जो रेट डाले हुए हैं, वो आप जैसे आपने रेट डाला 83.0175, ये कैप्चर हो गया. किसी आदमी ने इसे नीचे दिखाया हो, तो आपने ये रेट लगाया तो आपको प्रायोरिटी मिल जाएगी. किसने अगर लगाया 83.0150, he will be second in the priority. तो वो आपको अगर जो लिस्ट में वो दिखाई देगा, आपका नाम ऊपर होगा, अगले का आदमी नीचे होगा जिसने लगाया, तो वो आपको विंडो दिखाऊंगा. तो उस विंडो से आपको अंदाज हो जाता है कि आप क्या कर रहे हैं. ओके. अब आपको $1,00,000 इंपोर्टर हुआ, $1,00,000 की पेमेंट करनी है, तो 1000, दैट मींस यू हैव टू टेक पोजीशन ऑफ 100 कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स. आपको 100 कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स जो है खरीदने. सो यू आर गोइंग टू टेक actually you take long position in dollars, or we can say you are bullish on dollar. आपको लगता है डॉलर बढ़ेगा, तभी तो आप जा रहे हेज कर रहे हो, क्योंकि आपका डॉलर बढ़ेगा, आपको नुकसान होगा. You have to pay more at the time when you pay to the exporter. So here you're going to take the opposite position. You're going to bet on the dollar is going to go up. When the dollar goes up, you make money in the stock exchange. That will offset your losses in the real market. Okay. Buy currency futures contract 100 contracts at 83.0175. इसमें आपने ऑर्डर डाल दिया. ओके. अब आपको मार्जिन देना पड़ेगा 2.25%. उस टाइम चल रहा था तो आपको 1,86,963 रुपए का मार्जिन जमा कराना पड़ेगा, which is basically 83.0175 your order into 1 lakh into 2.25%. So this is the margin you have to deposit immediately to enter into the contract. आपने ऑर्डर प्लेस करा, first thing is going to say put deposit margin. तो आपने 1,86,963 रुपीस के पैसे जमा करा दिए स्टॉक. So the buyer and the seller both have to chip in this percent. So you have taken a position buy. So when you buy it, somebody has taken. If your order is executed, so somebody is going to take a short position in this thing. He thinks the dollar will going to fall, and you think the dollar is going to go up. So there are two people in the market, and that two people becomes one open position. अगर एक buyer एक seller है, तो इसका मतलब एक open position खुल गई market. अब कोई दूसरा आदमी आता है, there is another buyer and seller. So there are two people, pair of two people will make two open positions. So open position बढ़ती जाती है या कम होती जाती है. So you can look at what is the open position to understand whether which way the market is heading, which way I'm going to explain later on. तो अभी आपने इतना मार्जिन जमा करा दिया, ठीक है? So you are writing on a contract that if the dollar is going to go up, you're going to be making money. So here you have entered into a contract, a derivative contract, to buy dollars from someone, okay, on or before 28th of March 2024. आपने कॉन्ट्रैक्ट करा कि मैं डॉलर खरीद रहा हूं इतने रुपए में, ओके, जो रेट है, बिफोर और ऑन और बिफोर और अप टू 28, तब तक मैं वो डॉलर का आपने ऑर्डर प्लेस कर दिया, ठीक है? अब उस आदमी से तो आपने डॉलर रेट लिया 28 मार्च को खरीदने का रेट लिया, ठीक है? यू कैन ऑलवेज क्लोज योर पोजीशन बिफोर 28 मार्च ऑल्सो, बट दैट विल डिस्कस लेटर ऑन. तो अब आपने क्या करा, आप सिंपल केस में कि आपने हेजिंग करी, सो यू विल वेट फॉर द 28th of March. You are not going to do anything before 28th of March. You are not going to close your position. Okay. So first case, on 20th of March, the dollar, when the RBI publishes the rate, assume the rate is 84.5175. अब डॉलर बढ़ गया, आपने तो कम का लिया हुआ था, तो दैट मीन्स यू आर सिटिंग ऑन अ कैश प्रॉफिट. So you are sitting on 1,50,000 rupees profit. So the stock exchange is going to close the position and give you 1,50,000 rupees. Of course, they were giving you this position money on the basis of mark to market basis. Every day ऊपर नीचे हो रहा था, आपके एंड वाले दिन में 1.5 लाख रुपए आपके अकाउंट में जमा हुआ आपको दिखाई देगा. It might have gone up and down, but on the last day you will find 1,50,000 has already sitting in your account as profit. So you have gained, other party has lost the money. Okay, in this case. मार्जिन विल बी रिलीज्ड. जो जस्ट लिसन, अभी इसको खत्म करके फिर ये वाला स्लाइड खत्म हो जाएगा, तब पूछना. उस दिन जो आपने मार्जिन जमा करा था 186,000, वो भी आपको मिल जाएगा और आपको ये 1.5 लाख रुपए का प्रॉफिट भी मिल जाएगा. ओके. अब क्या हुआ कि अब वो टाइम आ गया 28 मार्च और आपको इंपोर्टर को पेमेंट करनी है. तो बैंक आपने बैंक को बोला हुआ था, तो बैंक वाले का फोन आएगा, भैया अभी चल रहा है 84.51, प्लीज डिपॉजिट दिस मनी इमीडिएटली. तो यू विल गेट, आप पे करेंगे अपने बैंकर को कितना, 84,51,750. अब उसको क्या पता आपने हेज ली हुई है, लेकिन आपका आउटफ्लो कितना हो रहा है, आपको स्टॉक एक्सचेंज से गेन हो रहा है, बट एक्चुअल ट्रांजैक्शन में यू आर पेइंग एट हायर प्राइस, सो योर नेट आउटफ्लो इज हैपनिंग ओनली एट 83.01. इज इट ओके? बिकॉज स्टॉक एक्सचेंज इज नॉट गोइंग टू गिव यू डॉलर्स, it is going to give you only profit or loss. And if you are making a gain here, you're losing in the spot market, which is a real transaction. So real transaction में आप ज्यादा पैसे दे रहे हो और यहाँ आपको गेन हो गया, तो आपकी हेजिंग कितनी हो रही है, 83.07. जिस रेट पे आपने हेजिंग करी थी वो रेट तो आपको लग रहा है. इज दैट ओके? इज इट क्लियर? अब हम सेकंड देखते हैं, केस 2. अब इसके बाद आप अपना पॉइंट लेना. व्हाट्स योर नेम? कुणाल. अब नेक्स्ट केस में क्या है कि रेट कम आ गया. सेकंड केस, भाई प्रॉफिट भी होता है, नुकसान भी होता है. यहां पर आप यू आर सिटिंग ऑन अ लॉस. हाउ मच? 1 लाख, बिकॉज यू हैव टेकन अ पोजीशन एट 83.0175 एंड the actual rate was 80C. So that means the margin will be released and you have to deposit 1 lakh. आपका 1 लाख रुपए आपके बैंक अकाउंट. अब आपको पेमेंट करनी पड़ेगी रियल मार्केट में 82 रुपीज. आप 82.0175 में यू आर मेकिंग द पेमेंट. इज दैट ओके? So the banker को आपको इतना पैसा देना पड़ेगा so that you know he will remit those dollars to your customer, your supplier. The net outflow will be again the same because you are now paying 82 lakhs 1,750, which is the market rate, to the banker, plus 1 lakh you have lost in the stock exchange. So your gain, you are hedged at 83. Again आप वहीं के वहीं हो, चाहे डॉलर ऊपर जाए चाहे नीचे जाए. ऊपर जाएगा तो you are going to make a gain, but that gain will get offset against the loss which you are making in the real market. अगर रेट कम हो जाता है तो you are going to lose in the stock market, but you are going to gain in the real market. So that gain will not come in your pocket. You are going to pay your money at 83.01. Is that clear? कुणाल प्लीज. हाँ जी, अब आ गया समझ में? ठीक है, चलो अब हम देखते हैं अगर आप एक्सपोर्टर हैं.
सर ये वो मेरे को समझ है मार्क टू मार्केट का. सर आपने बोला था डेली सेटल होता है मार्क टू मार्केट.
चाहे कुछ भी हो डेली सेटलमेंट होगा. क्यों ऐसा है? देखो आपने पोजीशन ले ली, आपने एक स्पेकुलेटिव पोजीशन ले ली है एंड यू हैव डिपॉजिट ओनली 2.5%. सपोज यू हैव लॉस्ट द मनी ऑन द एक्सपायरी, यू डोंट हैव द मनी विद यू. सो आप स्टॉक एक्सचेंज आपसे पैसे मांगेगा तो आपका पैसा ही नहीं है. So how they are going to settle? Suppose the loss is more than the margin money, so that means the other party who has made the money, he is not going to get the money. So there is a counterparty risk involved. To avoid the counterparty risk, there are two mechanisms. One is the margin money, which is going to protect. Okay, margin money को protect कर रहा है. वो कहते हैं कि इसका और एक backup arrangement है कि every day if you are making sitting on loss, so you have to deposit more money. एक तो उन्होंने margin लेकर रख लिया stock exchange में, but they are still not satisfied. They think that की लॉस अगर ज्यादा बढ़ जाए, क्योंकि the margin money is calculated on the basis of maximum loss which that currency pair can experience in a single day. There is a formula, this span mechanism, which is a software which calculates maximum loss या gain एक दिन में कितना हो सकता है based on the historical data of the volatility of the dollar versus rupee pair. तो वो एक दिन का तो आपसे ले लेते हैं. Okay, but आपका तो ट्रांजेक्शन पूरा महीने चलना है. So they are going to collect the money. If you are losing more and more, they are going to collect money. Okay, fine. This is basically to make it absolutely firm that you are under tight grip, so that the other party, if he loses the money, if you lose the money, then they have enough cushion, so that there is no risk of any default on either a party. This is just to ensure that there is no counterparty risk in this transaction. All this is really settled by the stock exchange. There is a guaranteed settlement. It is the two mechanism. One is called the mark to market and this is called the margin, which ensures that. Okay, fine. अब हम देखते हैं एक्सपोर्टर के केस में. Now here you have taken a long position. Now you have to take a short position. You are going to sell dollars. Okay, without having any dollars, you are selling it. You are short. But in export, you have a long position. You are going to get dollars from somewhere. So you are having a long position in dollars, but you are going to take a short position in the, just hold on, brother. So you are going to take just the opposite position in the stock market. So here you are bearish on dollar. In case of importer, you are a bullish position. Here you are bearish. You are bearish, you are going to take a short position. Because if the dollar goes down, you are going to lose, money. You are an exporter, you are going to get less dollar per rupee, okay? But you don't want to do that. So you are you're selling someone at the rate today. आज के रेट में बेच दिया आपने. अब आपको कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, चाहे रेट कितना भी नीचे जाए, you're going to make, you're going to gain because of this transaction. Okay, what is your question? हाँ, नहीं ऐसा होता है. देखो पॉसिबल नहीं इसलिए नहीं होता है कि मार्जिन मनी तो है और डेली सेटलमेंट भी तो हो रही है ना, मार्क टू मार्केट सेटलमेंट. अगर सपोज अगर लॉस इतना हो गया और आपने डेली पैसा मांगा और आपने नहीं दिया, तो द मार्केट्स दे क्लोज योर पोजीशन. दे विल क्लोज योर पोजीशन एंड द मार्जिन मनी विल बी यूटिलाइज्ड टू क्लोज योर पोजीशन. क्योंकि एक दिन में तो ऐसा चांस नहीं है. और फिर आपको अगर वोलेटिलिटी बढ़ जाती है तो आपको मार्जिन कॉल भी आ जाती है, मतलब आपको मार्जिन मनी बढ़ानी पड़ती है. ओके, दैट इज ऑलमोस्ट लाइक दैट दे कलेक्ट द मनी इन सच अ वे दैट 99% of the risk is covered. जो मार्जिन मनी कलेक्ट किया जाता है वो 99% के रिस्क को कवर करता है। ओके, दैट सॉफ्टवेयर इतना ज्यादा डॉलर रुपी फ्लक्चुएट कर सकता है, उसका 99% तो ले रहे हैं, साथ में डेली मार्क टू मार्केट। अभी तक ऐसा कोई हुआ नहीं है जिसमें कोई फेलियर हुआ। Okay, now you are an exporter. Please pay attention here. You are an exporter and you have to make 1 lakh. You are going to get $1 lakh from abroad. When? On 28th of March 2024. अभी 29 जनवरी का दिन था जिस दिन आपने अपने हेज करनी थी। आप फिर वापस गए स्टॉक एक्सचेंज में and the currently trading at 83.3175. The dollar was trading at 83.31 in the month of March, whereas the spot rate was 83.14, whereas the future was trading at a higher price. Okay, you have gone only to the March window here. Okay, not the February. Earlier में import में February देखा था. Now again 100 contracts. So you are going to sell the currency futures. पहले आपने buy करा था, अब आप sell करेंगे. You are bearish, you are going to sell. So you have sold what? $1 lakh. At what price? At 83.3175. So this was the last trading price at which you placed the order, and you're assuming your order got executed at this price. So you have sold someone your dollars, which you are going to get in the month of March, but you have sold it. That means you're short selling. You don't have dollars with you, but you have sold. You can do that. It's a contract. I'm going to sell you the dollars at 83.3175. When? On 28. Because 28 मार्च में तो मुझे डॉलर आ ही जाएंगे ना, तो मैंने एक पोजीशन ले ली। Absolutely. So I already sold it. So I'm assured अगर नीचे आ जाएगा तो मुझे कोई नुकसान नहीं होगा ना। अगर नीचे भी आ गया, I have sold someone at 83. Okay. So let's understand this. So you deposit the margin again. Now let's say assume number one. If the rate comes down, you thought the rate will come down, it has come down. So that means you are sitting on a profit. क्योंकि आपने 83.3175 में किसी को बेच दिया था और उसने खरीद लिया था। अब मार्केट में रेट तो 82.31 है, तो अगर हम सेटलमेंट करें, वो पहले आप क्या है कि आपने बेचा था तो आप 82.31 में मार्केट में खरीदोगे और उसको 83.371 में बेच दिया था, बेचोगे तो आपको प्रॉफिट हो जाएगा। बट इट्स ऑल कैश सेटल, so you don't have to do this is not physical settlement happening, so you will get the difference. आपने किसी को बेच दिया, कोई चीज सस्ती हो गई, so that means he's sitting on a loss and you're sitting on a gain, so you will be making a gain of 1 lakh. Actual transaction is not done, only the difference is settled because you have sold somebody at 83.3175, whereas the actual rate has come down to 83.31, so you're sitting on a profit. You will get 1 lakh. Margin will get released and exporter will get 82,31,750 from the बैंक। आपको बैंक से तो इतना पैसा मिलेगा क्योंकि रेट कम आ गया, बट आपको 1 लाख रुपए स्टॉक एक्सचेंज से मिल रहा है क्योंकि यहां आपको लॉस हो रहा है एक्चुअल मार्केट में। रेट हैज कम डाउन, यू आर लूजिंग $1 lakh विच यू आर गेनिंग फ्रॉम द स्टॉक एक्सचेंज, सो यू आर स्टिल एट हेज्ड एट 83.3175। जिस रेट पे आपने हेज करा था वही रेट आपको लग रहा है। ओके, अगर हम सेकंड केस देखते हैं कि assume the rate has gone up, अब आपने बेचा था 83 में और हो गया 84, so you have to give 1,30,000 as loss. The difference between the rate at which you have sold and the rate which is prevailing on the on 20th of March as decided by RBI, the rate has been published. So you are sitting on a loss. So margin will get released, but यहाँ पर क्योंकि आप एक्सपोर्टर हो तो आपको तो 84 लाख मिल जाएगा आपके बैंक में, क्योंकि वहां से $1 लाख भेजेगा, करंट स्पॉट रेट के हिसाब से ये रेट मिलेगा, बट ये रेट तो आपको मिलेगा नहीं क्योंकि आपको रेट तो 1,30,000 का लॉस कर चुके हो, तो आप फिर दोबारा 83.31 में। सो वट एवर हैपन्स, whether the currency goes up or goes down, you are going to be hedged at the rate what you have taken. Is that okay? Fine. Now let's talk about the last case, speculation case. हाँ, so yeah, definitely we'll come to that. पहले एक केस कर लेते हैं, फिर discuss, then we'll have some question answers. Okay, examples on speculation using currency futures. Now you want to speculate. You are neither an importer nor an exporter, and you are just taking a position because you are betting on dollar. Suppose you are thinking dollar is going to go up, dollar is going to appreciate. Okay, so X is an speculator. Is a speculator? Okay, is a speculator. He's bullish on dollar. Okay, he's bullish on dollar. On 29th of January 2024, X speculates for 27th February 2024 contract worth 1 lakh. Okay, so he has taken a position for a month. Fine. So he goes to the stock market. He finds that the dollar is trading at 83.23 on expiry on 27th of February. Okay. Whereas the spot rate was 83.14. So the dollar which is selling in the forward market, futures market is 83.23. Okay. So he thinks the dollar will go up. Okay. So he again enters into, he takes a long position. He takes a long position at 83.2. He buys, that means he takes a long position. He's bullish on dollar. Now he deposits the margin, similar as was a speculator or a hedger. Now you can book your profits before the expiry also. On 10th February, he found that the dollar was trading at 83.53. Okay, अभी रेट चल रहा है. Okay, तो आपको बुकिंग करनी है प्रॉफिट की. Okay, so what he'll do, he squares up his position to book the profit, which means first he has taken a long position. Okay, he has taken a long position. So there are people A and B. A ने खरीद लिया, B ने बेच दिया. So A has taken a long position. A finds the rate has gone up. What he is going to do is he is going to now sell. But B वाला तो खड़ा हुआ है, उसने C को बेच दिया. C से को सेल कर दिया. Fine. So now there will be two people remaining, C and B only. A will exit from the market. Fine. So this is called square up. I'll explain that again. He squares up his position to book the profits. So it's not necessarily that you have to square up with the same guy जिससे आपने वो तो पता नहीं कहाँ था, वो तो आपने ऑनलाइन में किसी से खरीदा था, अब ऑनलाइन में आप किसी और को बेच रहे हो, तो ओपन पोजीशन तो एक ही रहेगी, because you will be coming out, the other person will be stepping in your shoes. Okay, there is no, हाँ हो सकता है, नहीं होगा तो आपको नहीं मिलेगा, बाहर आप स्क्वायर अप नहीं कर पाओगे. बट एक्चुअली क्या होता है, यूएस आईएनआर पेयर इज सो लिक्विड दैट हार्डली देयर विल बी नेवर अ चांस वेयर. हाँ, अगर आप न्यूजीलैंड डॉलर होता तो शायद ना होता, लेकिन न्यूजीलैंड डॉलर ट्रेड ही नहीं होता. जस्ट होल्ड ऑन, अभी इसको खत्म करके फिर आप क्वेश्चन अपने कुणाल पूछना. सो ही स्क्वायर्स अप बिकॉज दिस इज इंपॉर्टेंट कंसेप्ट, आई डोंट वांट पीपल टू मिस आउट. So squaring up means taking a opposite position in the same contract month. If you have taken a position in the same month, if you have bought it, you have to sell. If you have sell, you have to buy. So आपकी position square up हो जाएगी. तो अब क्या होगा? When he sells, the stock exchange will immediately realize that you have taken up first a buy position, now you are selling. There will be no margin money requirement. They will close your position. Okay, no margin money required for the square position. The second, तो आपकी पहली leg थी where you bought it. The second leg is when you are selling. Okay, so second leg में आपको कोई margin देने की जरूरत नहीं है, तो आपको सीधा का सीधा profit आपके अकाउंट में आ जाएगा. The difference between the rate which is prevailing on that day on 10th of February and the rate at which you have taken a speculator, so you will get 30,000. Margin will be released. So you are selling, you made a profit of 30,000. हाँ वही same thing. So here you are making you are speculating. So this, because of this, the RBI has banned, because there are a lot of people who are speculating every day in the stock exchange. Okay. So is that okay? हाँ, अब कुणाल आपको क्वेश्चन. क्या बोल रहे थे? हाँ नहीं, वो चांसेस नहीं है, क्योंकि ये भी ट्रेड हो रहा है, अभी भी हो रहा है, क्योंकि रियल मार्केट में होता है, बट रियल मार्केट में हो सकता है कि अभी स्पेकुलेटिव खत्म हो गई है, तो देयर कैन बी चांसेस दैट यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू स्क्वायर अप. अभी स्क्वायर अप वैसे भी नहीं कर सकते क्योंकि स्पेकुलेटिव तो बैन है. हाँ, उसमें क्या होता है, जो जैसे नॉन स्पेकुलेटिव है, देयर यू डोंट गॉट एक्स, सो यू हैव टू वेट टिल एक्सपायर. एक्सपायर में तो दोनों बंदे हैं ना अभी, जैसे खरीदना, either you are going to make a profit or you will lose. So because it is now speculative portion has been higher, so if you will be remaining at the end, जैसे लगता है वो भी आपकी दोनों profit चल रहे हैं, तो उसी के साथ से I don't know that market is not happening at the moment, ये फंडामेंटल लगा होता है. Questions please. Okay, so now just briefly I'll tell you our options, just a little bit, okay, on the board rather than going. The rate is 85 rupees. $1 is 85. Okay. Suppose you have to make a payment in the month of March. Okay. March rate is suppose 85.50 in the options market. Options market में rate चल रहा है. अभी जो sorry, option market में rate नहीं होता. अभी rate चल रहा है 85. Okay. Now we have done futures. So futures में either you will be making a loss or a gain. Fine. In options market, if you think the rate is 85 and the rate is going to go down to rupees say 82, or the rate can go up to rupees 87, and you are an importer. You are an importer. Fine. So if the rate goes to 87, you are going to exercise your right. Or if it goes to this thing rate, you are going to walk out. You are going to walk out of the contract. So that means in option position you have the right, but no obligation. आपने खरीद लिया तो आपको डिपेंड करता है. अगर रेट आपके फेवरेबल चला जाता है तो यू कैन जस्ट वॉक आउट ऑफ द कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. Suppose rate 87 हो जाता, तो you will ask the person to give you the dollar at 85 bucks because you are sitting on 2 rupees gain. Okay, but if the rate goes to 82, you can just walk out. You say, I'm not interested. I'm going to buy the dollar from the spot market and make a payment. But for getting this right, you have to pay something which is called premium. तो आपको प्रीमियम देना पड़ता है. Suppose it is 50 पैसा for example per dollar. So this 50 paisa per dollar you are going to only lose. So the person who is going to give you this call the writer, you are called the holder. जो person buy करता है, उसको बोलते हैं option buyer, and the person who sells the writer is called the option writer. Now the writer only makes money, that is his premium. So he has unlimited potential of losing the money, but he has got a limited potential of making a gain. He is only his premium. Okay. Whereas the person who has bought the option, he has an unlimited potential of making a gain, but a limited potential of losing money, which is a premium. Okay, it's like an insurance company. You know, when the insurance company, you take an insurance cover. Money you can lose is only the premium. अगर आपका कोई क्लेम नहीं था, तो आप प्रीमियम खत्म हो जाता. जो भी 25,000 प्रीमियम दिया था वो पूरे साल का हो गया. नेक्स्ट फिर यू आर गोइंग टू टेक अ रिस्क. The insurance company, their gain is only the premium. But if suppose your car is stolen, it's a 10 lakh car, they're going to pay you 10 lakh. So they have got unlimited potential of giving you losing the money if there is a 100% loss. Same phenomenon applies to options here. Okay, but then the insurance company, are they losing money? Are they profits? Their profits only. So here the option writer is always in an advantage position. He's going to make money most of the time. Okay, so we're going to discuss that in the next class. हाँ, we are going to cover that. Next. इसलिए वो complicated है. Let's